Welcome to Game Nations. There's something magical about the moment your character takes their first leap. The weightlessness, the curiosity, the unknown just ahead. 3D platformers aren't just games, they're adventures stitched together by motion, momentum, and wonder. On the Nintendo Switch, that magic is alive and well. You'll find surreal dreamscapes, clever puzzles hidden behind waterfalls, and gravity-defying paths that bend logic in the best way.
Pat?
Nothing good could come from this.
Some kind of crystals have appeared all over the forest.
The Smurfs 2, The Prisoner of the Greenstone, is a 3D action-adventure platformer developed by Osome Studio and published by Microids. Released digitally on November 2, 2023. In this new adventure, Handy Smurf invents a powerful new device called the Smurfomix, which he believes will revolutionize Smurf technology. To complete it, he needs a magical artifact known as the Greenstone, an object that holds immense mysterious energy. Unfortunately, once Handy installs the Greenstone, an accident occurs during an experiment. The artifact shatters, and its magical powers are released into the world. Even worse, this event unleashes a trapped entity named Stolas, a malevolent being who begins spreading chaos across the land.
Joins him on his journey? Something goes wrong!
Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker is a charming 3D puzzle platformer developed by Nintendo EAD Tokyo. Originally released for the Wii U in 2014, it was later ported to the Nintendo Switch and 3DS in 2018. The adventure begins with Captain Toad and Toadette discovering a power star atop a tower. Their celebration is cut short when Wingo, a giant bird, swoops in and steals the star, inadvertently kidnapping Toadette in the process. Players guide Captain Toad through a series of intricate, diorama-like levels to rescue her. As the story unfolds, the roles reverse, with Toadette rescuing Captain Toad after he is captured. This back and forth continues until they confront Wingo together.
You landed in Mafia Town. It's been raining with these magical hours.
A Hat in Time is a delightful 3D platformer developed by Gears for Breakfast and published by Humble Bundle. Released in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch. The game follows Hat Kid, a young alien girl traveling through space in her spaceship powered by magical hourglasses known as timepieces. While passing over a planet, a member of the local mafia demands a toll. When Hat Kid refuses, the mafia member damages her ship, causing the timepieces to scatter across the planet. Hat Kid lands in Mafia Town, where she meets Mustache Girl, a local who despises the mafia's control. Initially allies, their relationship sours when Mustache Girl learns about the timepiece's ability to rewind time.
You must be very lost, kid with the hat. You're in the heart of our town.
Everything is not okay.
LEGO DC Supervillains is a LEGO-themed action-adventure 3D platform video game developed by Traveler's Tales and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. LEGO DC Supervillains, the Justice League has mysteriously vanished, leaving Earth's protection to a new group of heroes from a parallel universe known as the Justice Syndicate. However, these newcomers are not who they claim to be. The classic DC villains, including Lex Luthor, the Joker, and Harley Quinn, discover the Syndicate's true intentions and must step up to save the world from this new threat. Players create their own custom villain, referred to as the Rookie, who becomes central to the unfolding narrative. As the Rookie gains new powers, they join forces with the Legion of Doom to thwart the Justice Syndicate's plans and uncover the mystery behind the Justice League's disappearance. New Super Lucky's Tale is a vibrant 3D platformer developed by Playful Studios, originally released for the Nintendo Switch in 2019. In New Super Lucky's Tale, you step into the furry feet of Lucky Swifttail, an adventurous young fox destined to become a guardian, protector of the mystical Book of Ages. This magical book contains entire worlds within its pages, worlds that must be kept safe from evil. Lucky's sister, Lyra, is already a guardian. During a confrontation with the game's main villain Jinx and his chaotic children known as the Kitty Litter, the Book of Ages is torn open, and Lucky gets sucked into its magical realm. Now lost inside, Lucky must travel across different worlds to recover the scattered pages of the book. Each world is affected by the chaos Jinx and his crew have brought. Poi. Explorer Edition is a charming 3D platformer developed by Polykid, drawing inspiration from classics like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. Released for the Nintendo Switch in 2017, the game follows the adventures of two orphaned siblings, a boy and a girl, who dream of becoming master explorers. Their journey begins when they encounter an elderly adventurer known as the Master Explorer, who has lost his collection of valuable explorer medallions during a violent storm. Eager to assist, the siblings join him aboard his flying airship to help retrieve the scattered medallions and seek out the legendary treasure known as the Milky Way globe. Players can choose to play as either sibling, with the option to switch between them while on the airship. SpongeBob SquarePants – Battle for Bikini Bottom. Rehydrated is a 2020 remake of the beloved 2003 platformer, developed by Purple Lamp Studios and published by THQ Nordic. The game revitalizes the classic adventure, with enhanced graphics, improved gameplay mechanics, and new content, bringing the underwater antics of Bikini Bottom to modern 3D platforms. In his latest scheme to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, Plankton creates the Duplicatatron 3000, a machine designed to produce an army of obedient robots. However, he forgets to set the robots to obey, leading them to rebel and wreak havoc across Bikini Bottom. Sonic Colors. Ultimate is a 3D remastered version of the 2010 platformer Sonic Colors, developed by Sonic Team and published by Sega. Released in 2021 for Nintendo Switch. In Sonic Colors Ultimate, the nefarious Dr. Eggman claims to have turned over a new leaf by constructing the incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, a massive space-based theme park composed of several planet-sized attractions. However, Sonic and his trusty sidekick, Tails, suspect foul play and set out to investigate. Upon arrival, they encounter Yaka, a member of an alien species known as the Wisps. Using a translator invented by Tails, they learn that Eggman has enslaved the Wisps to harness their energy for a mind control cannon aimed at conquering Earth. Pumpkin Jack is a 3D action platformer developed by Nicolas Meissonier and published by Head Up Games. Released in 2020 for PC, Nintendo Switch. In Pumpkin Jack, the story takes place in the Boredom Kingdom, a magical land that has been thrown into chaos. The evil devil seeks to spread darkness and eternal night across the land. To do so, he casts a curse that turns the world into a twisted, spooky place filled with monsters and darkness. The only force that can oppose him is a powerful wizard who rises to challenge the curse. The devil, knowing that this wizard might be a threat to his plans, decides to take action and resurrects a devious figure from the past, Stingy Jack.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Spyro Reignited Trilogy is a 3D remastered collection of the first 3 games in the Spyro the Dragon series, developed by Toys for Bob and published by Activision. Spyro the Dragon, Spyro sets out to rescue his fellow dragons who have been turned into crystal statues by the evil Nasty Nork. Along the way, he collects gems and defeats enemies to restore peace to the Dragon Realms. 2. Ripto's Rage. After being summoned to the realm of Avalar, Spyro learns that the evil sorcerer Ripto has taken control. Spyro must complete various tasks to help the inhabitants of Avalar and defeat Ripto. Spyro Year of the Dragon. During the Year of the Dragon celebration, a mysterious thief steals all the dragon eggs. Spyro teams up with new allies to recover the eggs and stop the evil sorceress who is behind the theft.
Our enchanting places.
Balan Wonderworld is a 3D action platformer developed by Arzast and Balan Company and published by Square Enix. Released on March 26, 2021, the game was directed by Yuji Naka, company creator of Sonic the Hedgehog and Nights into Dreams. The narrative centers on 2 protagonists, Leo Craig and Emma Cole, each struggling with personal issues. Leo is a street dancer who isolates himself due to past conflicts, while Emma is a rich girl who suffers from anxiety about what others think of her. Their emotional turmoil attracts the attention of Maestro Balan, a mysterious figure who invites them to the Balan Theater, a magical realm that appears when one's heart loses balance. Within the theater, Leo and Emma embark on a journey through Wonderworld, a fantastical realm shaped by the emotions and memories of troubled individuals. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a 3D action platformer developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch. Released in March 2022, it marks the first fully 3D mainline entry in the Kirby series. The adventure begins when a mysterious vortex appears over Dreamland, pulling Kirby and many Waddle Dees into an unknown world. Kirby washes ashore in a deserted cityscape known as the Forgotten Land, where he meets Elfilin, a blue chinchilla-like creature. Elfilin explains that the Waddle Dees have been captured by the Beast Pack, a hostile group of creatures. Together, they embark on a journey to rescue the Waddle Dees and uncover the secrets of the Forgotten Land. Throughout their quest, Kirby and Elfilin face various members of the Beast Pack, including Goromondo and Chloraline. Their journey leads them to confront King Dedede, who has been brainwashed into joining the Beast Pack. Kukoos. Lost Pets is a colorful 3D platformer developed by Petit Fabric and published by Modus Games. Released on December 6, 2022, the game is available on Nintendo Switch. Kukoos. Lost Pets is set on a water-covered planet, inhabited by the cheerful and playful Kukoos. The Kukoos live on an island that houses the Cuckoo Tree, a sacred tree central to their peaceful lives. However, during a special event known as Happy Pet Day, an experiment goes awry. The Cuckoo is intended to make their beloved pets more obedient, but the experiment backfires, causing the pets to become unruly and scatter across the various worlds within the Cuckoo Tree. To restore peace and harmony to their land, the Kukoos must embark on an adventurous journey to retrieve their lost pets and solve the chaos caused by the failed experiment. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a Nintendo Switch compilation released on September 18, 2020. This limited-time collection includes high-definition ports of 3 landmark 3D Mario games. Super Mario 64, 1996. In Super Mario 64, Mario receives an invitation to Princess Peach's castle, where she has baked a cake for him. However, upon arriving, he finds that the castle has been taken over by Bowser, who has trapped Princess Peach and the castle's inhabitants in a magical spell. Super Mario Sunshine, 2002. Super Mario Sunshine takes place on Isle Delfino, a tropical island that Mario visits with Princess Peach and the Toads for a vacation. Super Mario Galaxy, 2007. In Super Mario Galaxy, Princess Peach is once again kidnapped by Bowser, who uses the power of the Grand Stars to launch a plan to take over the universe.
Abilities through each stage of the adventure. Whoa! Look out!
Pac-Man World Re-PAC is a modern remake of the original Pac-Man World, 1999, reimagined with updated visuals and gameplay enhancements. Developed by Now Production and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, it was released on August 26, 2022, for Nintendo Switch. In Pac-Man World Re-PAC, Pac-Man returns home to find that the ghosts have ruined his birthday party by kidnapping his family and friends. The villainous Tockman, a robot created by the ghosts, has taken over Ghost Island and is holding Pac-Man's loved ones captive. To rescue them, Pac-Man embarks on a journey across 6 themed worlds, each culminating in a boss battle. The game features a mix of platforming, puzzle solving, and combat, as Pac-Man navigates through various environments to save his family and friends.
You banished me to the past.
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time is the 8th main installment in the Crash Bandicoot series, developed by Toys for Bob and published by Activision. Released on October 2, 2020, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time picks up after the events of Crash Bandicoot Warped, continuing the adventures of Crash Bandicoot and his sister Coco. The story begins when the villains Dr. Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy are freed from their time prison. With the help of Yooka-Laylee, they tear a hole in the fabric of time and space, threatening the stability of the multiverse. To stop them, Crash and Coco must gather the Quantum Masks, ancient beings that control the fabric of space and time. These masks are essential for restoring balance to the multiverse and preventing Cortex and Entropy from destroying everything. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is a Nintendo Switch compilation that includes the remastered version of Super Mario 3D World and the new adventure Bowser's Fury. While Super Mario 3D World follows Mario and his friends rescuing the Sprixie princesses from Bowser, Bowser's Fury presents a unique storyline. In Bowser's Fury, Mario arrives at Lake Lapcat, a serene island archipelago, only to find it engulfed in black goop. The cause of this chaos is Fury Bowser, a monstrous, corrupted version of Bowser, who periodically emerges from the lake to wreak havoc. Mario is joined by Bowser Jr., who reveals that his father has been transformed by the goop and is now a threat to the island. Reluctantly, Mario teams up with Bowser Jr. to collect cat shines, which are scattered across the islands. Yooka-Laylee is a 3D platformer developed by Playtonic Games featuring Yooka, a chameleon, and Laylee, a bat, as they embark on a quest to reclaim the magical One Book from the villainous Capital B. Capital B and his assistant Dr. Quack using a machine to suck up all the books in the world to obtain the One Book and rewrite the universe. Yooka and Laylee, who possess the One Book, watch as it gets sucked into Ivory Towers with its pages escaping. They venture to Ivory Towers to reclaim the book. Throughout their journey, they explore 5 different worlds within magical books, collecting pages to unlock and expand areas. Frogun Encore is a standalone sequel to the 2022 3D platformer Frogun, developed by Mulligato and published by Top Hat Studios. In Frogun Encore, the story picks up 3 years after the original Frogun. Renata, now a seasoned adventurer, is visiting Jake's hometown for a well-earned vacation. But things quickly take a turn when remnants of the past resurface. The Flyboa, loyal followers of the villainous Beelzebub, launch a surprise attack. Their mission? To resurrect Beelzebub, the villain Renata defeated in the first game. Renata teams up with Jake and his brother Hatter to stop this evil revival. The trio sets off on a globe-trotting adventure, navigating vibrant worlds, mysterious ruins, and ancient landscapes to track down the cult and stop them. Bakeru is a vibrant 3D action platformer developed by Goodfeel and published by Spike Chunsoft. Released digitally on September 3, 2024 for Nintendo Switch. Released digitally on September 3, 2024 for Nintendo Switch and Steam, and with a physical edition planned for February 25, 2025. The game offers a nostalgic yet fresh experience, reminiscent of classic titles like Mystical Ninja starring Gomon. Set in a whimsical version of Japan known as Fairy Tale Japan, a blend of modern settings and traditional period dramas, the game follows Bakeru, a shape-shifting tanuki. After a chance encounter with Sun from the Isin clan on a stormy night, Bakeru learns that the nefarious Oracle Saitaro and his festival troops are orchestrating a bizarre festival to conquer Japan. Sonic X Shadow Generations is a 2024 dual title release that combines a remastered version of Sonic Generations 2011 with a new standalone campaign titled Shadow Generations. Throughout his quest, Shadow acquires new Doom powers, such as Doom Spike, Doom Wing, Doom Surf, and Doom Morph, enhancing his combat and traversal abilities. These powers are reminiscent of symbiotic abilities, drawing comparisons to characters like Venom from the Spider-Man franchise. Polygon. The climax of the story sees Shadow confronting Black Doom, who transforms into his ultimate form, Neo Devil Doom. After an intense battle, Shadow defeats him, leading to the destruction of the Black Moon and the restoration of the timeline. Koa and the Five Pirates of Mara is a vibrant 3D platformer developed by Chibig, Talpa Games, and Undercoders. Released on July 27, 2023. The narrative follows Koa, a spirited young adventurer who receives a distressing message from her friend Mayo about pirates causing trouble in the archipelago of Mara. Upon arriving at Puni Island, Koa discovers that Mayo's message was a ruse to lure her into participating in a series of pirate trials. These trials, set by the Five Pirates of Mara, are designed to test her skills and determine if she has what it takes to join their ranks. Despite initial reluctance, Koa embraces the challenge, embarking on a journey across diverse islands, reconnecting with old friends, and uncovering the pirates' true intentions. Kao the Kangaroo, 2022, is a vibrant 3D platformer developed by Tate Multimedia, marking the return of the classic series after a 16-year hiatus. Released on May 27, 2022, Kao's journey begins when he experiences a dream in which his missing sister, Kaya, attempts to communicate with him. Concerned, Kao consults his mother and decides to seek out his father's old mentor, Walt, for guidance. During his training, Kao discovers the Eternal Gloves, a pair of magical boxing gloves once belonging to his father. These gloves, imbued with a consciousness of their own, grant Kao supernatural abilities and become his primary tool in the adventure. Tinykin is a charming 3D puzzle platformer that blends the whimsy of Pikmin with the exploration of Paper Mario, developed by Splash Team and released in August 2022. You play as Milo, a curious young space archaeologist from a faraway planet. He travels to Earth hoping to discover the true origin of humanity. But something goes wrong. He ends up tiny and trapped in a house frozen in time since the 1990s, where insects have built entire civilizations. Using the help of tiny creatures called Tinykin, Milo must explore the house, find spaceship parts, and uncover what happened to humanity. Milo is from the planet Aegis, where humans now live after Earth was mysteriously abandoned. Super Mario Odyssey is a critically acclaimed 3D platformer developed by Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch, released on October 27, 2017. It's a vibrant globe-trotting adventure that mixes classic Mario elements with fresh, inventive gameplay mechanics. The game begins with Bowser once again kidnapping Princess Peach, but this time he's planning a forced wedding. He steals powerful items from different kingdoms around the world to prepare for the ceremony, like a dress, a ring, and even a cake. Mario tries to stop him but is defeated and stranded in a faraway land. There he meets Cappy, a ghostly hat creature whose sister Tiara was also kidnapped to be Peach's wedding crown. They team up to rescue their loved ones and stop Bowser's wedding.